I know it's very hard and frustrating to keep thinking positive while the market is giving us red. Day after day, week after week, nothing but all red. But this is where it gets really interesting for those who have been in the market for a while and know what to look for. While shareholders are feeling the pain, but SoFi has returned 24% year to date to its members. Those are some amazing gains, especially in these times. But how did they do it? Because all my SoFi investment doesn't matter if their options or stocks are down in deep red. But what I'm sharing with you today is what keeps me looking at positive things this company has to offer to its member. Because remember, if you're creating product and services that your customers love and benefit from, you will do just fine in the long term. Let me show you a few things that relates directly to SoFi and how they kept their promise to members even in these crazy times and why it's looking great for them. As a gentle reminder, please click on the like button so YouTube can promote this video and consider subscribing if you like content like this. We also have a Discord and Patreon where we talk stocks, investing, and much more, and would love to chat with you one-on-one. Details in the description below. Okay, so let's start with SoFi as a company. So we know that SoFi in short is social finance, and they have many products, and they offer some ETFs of course as well. But some of those ETFs have returned 24% return to date. So let's take a look at them and what companies they offer. So right here on your screen is the first ETF they have, which is SoFi Select 500 ETF. Now this ETF to date has returned about 24.68% return. Even in these times, this is one of the most recent as of November 30th, and even I actually pulled the data yesterday. Until yesterday, they were showing about 24% return, which is amazing. The company they hold, I know it's not very clear, but it's Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon, Nvidia, another Google here, and then Meta, which is Facebook. This is all great news for investors, of course, those who went into this pie. Along with that, they have this second ETF, which is Next 500 ETF. It has returned 16.6% year to date to its members or people, those who invested in these ETF. I feel like I should have put all my money in these ETFs and would have been like beaten S&P by now. That's amazing. These are some amazing return, and they have companies like Datadog, Cloudflare, Novavax, like a mix of very interesting companies. And these are some very different sectors that they are putting it all together. So the type of stocks that they're holding in these ETFs are very interesting. Novavax alone was $17 share. Now today it crossed almost 200. So these are some amazing companies that they have picked and put together in ETFs like these. Now this is the combination of all their ETFs. So this is Select 500 ETF that we discussed, the Next 500 ETF that we discussed, and then they have three other ETFs. All of them are giving as much gain like this one here, Tidal ETF, SoFi Select 50 ETF, returned or gave them 33% gain year to date. This is massive. So on a median, all their ETFs generated about 19.4% gain, which is really, really interesting. Now, what I'm showing you next is even more interesting. So there are two charts on your screen. This one is for SoFi right here. I'm going to actually mention this as this is SoFi, okay? And the second one is ARK, okay? And pay attention to this. So the SoFi ETF that you see over here, it is from January right here. This is the start of the year, and this is year to date, and this is also January and year to date. Pay attention to the graph here. So SoFi ETF has all inflow. This is all money coming into ETF, and they had the money go out in October, actually in July, just one stick that you see over here, but everything else is money coming into the ETF. In November that I shared with you that we have this almost double the amount of people, those who downloaded SoFi app, and we can see this over here that in November we have this huge stick. That means a lot of people put money in ETF for SoFi right here, biggest so far. Since January we saw some of these sticks, but look, in November we have this huge stick that come in where people kind of invested or put money in that ETF. This is the Select ETF, the first one that I discussed. This over here is ARK ETF. Look, people were putting a lot of money, of course, we know Cathie Wood, very famous, but then look how they were taking the money out too. Throughout the year, they have taken the money out from the ETF. Now, if you compare that with SoFi, this looks a lot healthier in my opinion. Small ETF, but a lot healthier because they were picking some companies which were really, really amazing. You know, who doesn't know? Apple, Microsoft, Google, these are all stable companies. Facebook, these are all great companies to invest in, and that has given healthy return to SoFi. And we can see over here 24% return to the members, which is of course congratulations for those who have invested in SoFi ETF. And if you are one of them, I would love to know if you have seen these kind of gains. Please please mention in the comment below. Okay, so now we understand a bit what's going on inside Sofi. Their investments are looking healthy and they are basically delivering in their product and services. By the way, I also created a M1 pie for some of the amazing companies and shared with our Discord members, and I feel that this is such an amazing time to invest in that pie. I put money in that pie on weekly basis and I feel that is going to explode by the end of 2020. So if you like to be a part of that, the link of the Patreon and Discord are in the description below. Consider joining. Okay, so now let's take a look at the chart and see where Sofi is sitting right now. So in the past 3 weeks, we have seen extreme Omicron fear, most awaited Fed meeting, and Biden's plan getting rejected by one of their own. So technically, we have seen most of it. And I have mentioned in my previous videos that we'll see some extreme surge in COVID cases in the coming days, and we are seeing some of that reaction today in the market. So let's take a look at the chart and talk about few things. Okay, so this is the chart and that I have put together, and this is year to date. And the reason why I wanted to put that chart is to kind of show you some of the support and resistance. So as we can see that Sofi has seen 3 peaks this year, and all the peaks have touched almost $24, $25, and after that it has come down. Now where we are right now, I would say this is the best time, in my opinion, to get into the stock if you are not invested in the stock. Now, some of you might not agree with my opinion, and that's why it's my opinion only. But from what I'm seeing, people are not withdrawing money from their ETF. The flows are healthy. They are delivering good returns. The memberships is increasing, or people are signing up for more and more Sofi services. So the business side of things, or the fundamental side of things, are looking very healthy. And remember, stock is not a company. Company is not a stock. So what we see right now in the stock market is not the true reflection of what's going on with Sofi. So I feel we are going, or where we are right now is such an amazing opportunity to put money in Sofi, because this level right here we have touched many times and we have bounced back. Can stock touch $13? Absolutely, it can touch $13. But stock in long term is going to be very healthy. Like just today, we had that city upgrade for $20, which in my opinion is very, very conservative. I could see this stock run up to $25 once we have that bull run come up, and once they release the numbers of what they expect to do in 2022. Because I feel with the student loan now going away, or the federal help in student loan going away, we can see an amazing time for Sofi and some other fintech. We could see a healthy bull run in the next few months for these companies, and that's why an entry at this point around $14 or about between $13 and $15 is really, really healthy. RSI is also looking very, very juicy right now. My personal strategy is that I'm putting money in one of those companies that is going to give me quick return, and the money that I make from those companies, I will come back and invest in Sofi. Of course, we have to generate capital somehow, right? None of us have unlimited capital. So I feel where we are sitting right now in Sofi, it's such a healthy place to start an investment if you haven't. I'm not doing any options right now because nobody can time the market, and we don't know how long this weakness in the market is going to last. Now, as we think we have seen it all, but then something new comes in, or another news hits the market, and then all of a sudden we see red everywhere. The center rally, as we were hoping, hasn't happened yet. Now, I don't believe in timing the market because no one knows what's going to happen, but I do believe in data and stats. And all the research I have done, and I'll be releasing a few videos on that in the coming days, I think institutional investors are gearing up for a bull rally, and we are going to see that very soon. So I'm taking as many chances I can to buy the dip when I can. I hope I provided some value, and please help this video reach out to more Sofi lovers by hitting the like button and consider subscribing. And for one-on-one conversations, please consider joining our Discord. Links are in the description. As always, an absolute pleasure to share all of this with you. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.